Yeah, we're back. Episode 27. Is that 27, bro? I can never remember the episodes. I remember the facts, I don't remember the figures.
Nevertheless, it's another episode of the Shootout Podcast, and we are happy, very happy to be here once again. Episode 27.
Yeah, it's warm out there, so keep hydrated, guys. Keep hydrated. I've got loads of bottles of water.
Bro, you talking about warm, dog? It was. Listen, I went to a food festival right yesterday with 99. Shout out 99. Shout out Gully. We was out there for 3 hours. When I got back in my car, it took maybe a good 15 minutes for the AC to actually extinguish the heat that was trapped in my car, bro. Like,
Yo, that's the most awful thing, right? Literally, that wait for the AC to kick in for the car to cool down. Your balls and your butt is sweating, bro.
Man, and
I'm talking about heat sweats down your forehead, down your skin, bro, down your cheek.
Look, I really didn't even want to drive, bro, because the steering wheel was hot because I got vinyl interior, right? So the vinyl steering wheel is burning my hands. I got cloth seats, but the seats is burning my butt. Like my back, I'm driving like this with two fingers and my back and my back off the seat. And I had to go to the gas station.
You're driving Miss Daisy, bro.
Yeah, I felt like I would. And I had to go to the gas station, right? So I pull up to the gas station, not thinking, like, I'm just ready to get out the car. I'm so ready to get out the car. I'm not thinking, let the windows down so the heat can leave before I get back in while I'm pumping the gas. Man, I pump my gas, bro. Get back in the car. And I'm like, oh shit.
Yo, there's been a heat wave. It's been a heat wave in the UK for quite a while now. So like from last week, bro, like I'm talking humidity. Look, sunshine. I'm gonna get this straight. Sunshine is great. Sunshine is great when it shines down and there's no humidity and you've got a nice cool breeze going through. But come to the UK, come to that 41 to 45 degrees humidity and find out how sweaty you can get in an instant. Bro.
It's sad, man. Like here in Georgia, it's either 90 plus degrees or it's raining. Either or. Either or, bro. We did have a couple of days this week where it was cloudy for a long time. It was still humid, but it was cloudy, so the sun wasn't beating down on you, right?
Yeah.
But then out of nowhere, the sky opened up 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, and it's raining cats and shoe dogs, bro. I promise you, man. I mean, you get smacked. I'm talking about the raindrop was smacking you so hard. You try to figure out if it's a wintertime, like this feel like hell, bro. But yeah, man, this weather been crazy, bro.
Yeah, no, bro, it's getting crazier and crazier as we speak. But yeah, but this week's been great. No pickups. I know it's been July's been really quiet. To be honest, July has been really, really quiet in terms of pickups. But there's a couple of sneakers that I'm looking forward to at the end of July, which is basically some stealth 12s are coming out. I'm looking at the Jordan 3 Desert Elephant as well.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna try and get them in. Bro, I'm gonna say one thing: those are gonna be in the shop. I'll showcase it. You can walk into the shop and pick them up. I'm gonna try and see what they look like. I don't know. I'm not particularly sold on the Jordan 3 Desert Elephant shit at the moment, but yeah. I'm not too sold on them at the moment, so I want to see them in hand, and I want it to live. I want it to breathe in my hand and for a couple of days, and I want to feel. I made the same mistake with another Jordan 3. You know the animal print Jordan 3 that came out in December time a couple of years back. It had all these different patches of the elephant print on it, and it had really premium leather on it as well. I can't actually remember the name. I regret that massively because I've seen a couple of lace swaps on that. I've seen a couple of people wear it on feet since then. and I was like, "Yo, that's dope.
What
That's
three?
really dope." Let me
What
pull it
color
up.
was it?
It's all black, but it had the elephant print all over it. So I need to remember this name. People in the comments will be like, "Yeah, that's the sneaker you're talking about." But at this moment in time, I can't remember.
Yeah, man,
And it was
threes hit a little different, and I find I kind of have a hard time sometimes understanding certain threes because I think
okay.
it's the
It's
it's
I,
the
I was just about right. I was just about right. It was called Animal Instinct. Um,
oh yeah. There was two versions of it.
yeah,
You
I
talking
I
about
regret
the
I regret
that's
missing
the
out on that.
lizard that's the lizard version.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
I,
one
I regret.
my sister got that sneaker, bro. When I saw it in hand, I was I was very surprised about how good that sneaker is in hand. Like the
And
pictures didn't really do it justice.
yep, yep. And I've seen the lace swap, bro. Like I've seen the yellow and red lace swaps on it. Oh my god, takes it to a different dimension. You
Yeah,
when you're talking about living on Earth and then seeing a different planet with all this abundance of life and nature and fruit, and you're like, oh yo, damn, that's that sneaker, bro. And I regret missing out on that. And to be honest, I have a slight regret of missing out on the camel freeze as well. But I'm not too fussed about the camel freeze. I really like the lace swap and the undefeated look that it gives to that lace swap once you put the
yeah.
orange laces in.
The patchwork. Actually,
Yeah, that's it.
I put the orange laces in mine. I started to pull them out um, Friday, but I didn't. Um, I can't even remember what I had on feet Friday. Actually,
And I was contemplating
oh,
the other day,
the PSGs. I pulled out the PSGs
yeah,
instead.
and I was contemplating the other day whether I should cop a size 9. Yeah, see that's dope. To me, that makes that sneaker really dope, really dope. I like that. I like the fact that that orange and green go really well together on that sneaker. And then orange and green go really well as a combo on any sneaker. But that's dope.
Yeah,
That's
the
very dope.
Miami.
Very
That's
very dope.
the Miami Hurricanes colors,
Yeah.
orange and green. But I actually wore these the first time. The only time I've worn these was for the podcast for the retro episode.
Yeah, and I can still get a size 9 from a retailer at this moment in time. But am I going to dip down from a size 10 to a size 9 just to get the sneakers? Probably
Nah,
not. Probably
that's
not.
too much. Yeah, you have to take the
And
insole out and all
yeah,
that.
and I'm going to say this: the Zion Voodoos, with that kind of khaki green colorway, that pays a lot to that actual patchwork free as well. So I'm at this moment in time, my taste of just getting like just red, black, and blue sneakers is totally changed because I'm looking at
yeah,
more khaki colors, pastel colors, all the colors in the rainbow, bro.
yeah. That's what happened. That's what's been happening to me over the past couple of years, bro. Like even when I got the Gatorade pack, the Haze, what's the fives that just came out? I can't remember the name of it
Yo,
already.
you
The
know the colors
Horizon, the
of
J Horizon.
yeah, the colors of the rainbow don't no longer go red and yellow and pink and blue. It's khaki and teal and jade
I
and
mean, bro, listen, we got we got we got all the colors of the rainbow right here. If I was opposed
yo,
to colors, I would not have bought these with the fives.
you know what? You know one thing a lot of people don't get about the what the fives, right? What the fives is not the top. You talk about top 3, 5 that we both got, right? But
No.
what the
I
five?
didn't. My wife got the top threes. I didn't want them.
But I've got them. But the what the fives? What people don't realize is it's a sneaker based on every literal hype non OG sneaker. Like what people don't realize is about I can't remember the combinations. At least about 7 or 8 sneakers that go into the what the fives, and it's got every non OG hype and heat sneaker in there. And
Yeah,
I'm like, what people don't really understand that. It's like, yo, do you not understand this sneaker? And they were
look,
like, I don't like
Tokyo,
it. I don't like the mismatch. Oh,
Tokyo
come on.
Green Bean, Raging Bull,
Yeah.
Shanghai, um,
Yep.
Bel Air is a
Yep.
bunch of different
Keep going,
colorways.
bro. Keep going, bro.
The
Like,
aquas, not
yep,
the
yep,
aquas.
yep.
The aquas.
Yeah.
This is so many. Even when I look at it
Where's
now,
this?
still
Where's this lining from? I thought that was from the olives.
yes, olive
Yeah,
fives
yeah.
too. So
Yeah, so bro, I'm talking like this is why that sneaker is so special, and this is why that sneaker represents the Shudo podcast. Is because first is yellow green color combo, not yellow and green, yellow and red color combo
red
to
and yellow.
give you some warnings, but also the fact that that sneaker itself is based on some very very special sneakers. It's that sneaker is phenomenal, like phenomenally good.
Yeah, and I still ain't wore mine outside yet. But they ain't been in the box. They have not.
I have worn mine outside because I don't. I really don't care what people say when I wear it. And to be honest, I've got some really good compliments from it from other people because they turned around and said, "Oh, damn, you got those on. I totally missed that. I wish I could get them."
Yeah, look for mine, but they have not been back in the box since we started the podcast. So
Get them on
to
feet, bro.
take them. Yeah, I need to take them for a spin. I already got a fit for them and everything. I just ain't worn them yet because I mean they props at this point. But I said I had the PSG 6s on. Hopefully everybody know what the PSG 6 is. If you like the Bordeaux 6, you should like the PSG 6. In my opinion, the PSG 6 came before the Bordeaux 6. The PSG 6 is the reason why I did not buy the excuse me, the Bordeaux 6 for myself. I did get a pair for each.
Bro, I'm a I wouldn't say I'm a greedy sneakerhead. I'm just an enthusiast, so I had to get both of them. It was really funny. Bro, I'm having so much fun on TikTok. So if you guys don't follow me on TikTok, go and follow me on TikTok. It's really fun. You've seen how many posts I'll do a day, and it's just jokes for me. It's like I just kind of find it funny. Somebody actually called me a reseller. Oh no, somebody accidentally misinterpretation of communication. That was pretty much what happened. He said something like one word reseller in quotations, and I thought he was calling me a reseller. So I kind of pulled out. I kind of did a semi-flex, not semi-flex, but like
you had to straighten them out. It's okay.
I was like, if I was a reseller, I would not be copying this. I would not be copying this, and not be copying this, and blah blah blah. And he kind of said to me afterwards, sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't say you was a reseller. I'm just saying it's because of reselling that a lot of shops don't have the Jordans and Adidas and Yeezys and stuff like that. I said, yeah, that's true, right? That's true. And I made an apology and I said sorry, but I kind of misinterpreted what you said. But the other day, it was really funny. Because when you go on these platforms, a lot of people don't know who you are. Somebody said to me, "Show me your heat, bro," and I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm going to show." No. Basically, out of compliment, they said, "Can I see some of your heat that you got?" Because they see the sneakers in the background. So I started pulling out some sneakers, like all it was some Jordan ones, some Jordan ones OGs, some Jordan 1 customs, some Jordan 4s, some Jordan 4s OGs, some Jordan 3s. And somebody come at me and said, yeah, but the Yeezys are way more comfortable. The 700s are comfortable. 350s are comfortable. The Quantum
I'm so sick
slides.
of that, man.
Yo. This is the funny thing. He thought I was a Jordan head, bro. Right? He thought I was a Jordan head. And yeah, I am. But he thought I'm a sneakerhead, like in terms of get anything I like. Right? So
two things can be true.
Exactly. So he was like, he said to me, all those Yeezys will wash what you got. And I was like, okay, challenge accepted. Bro, I'm going to tell you I'm having fun. I was like, challenge accepted. So I pulled out the Inflamed Ambers, I pulled out the Faded Azures, I pulled out the Bright Blues, I pulled out the Wave Runners, I pulled out the Zebras, I pulled out the Belugas. I was like, yes, they are comfortable, bro, but I appreciate, I don't discriminate. I appreciate.
Yeah, man. I probably wouldn't have took that as well as you did, but I would have definitely would have accepted the opportunity to flex. Like you gotta always take that opportunity to flex, bro. And somebody asking you for it, you asking for it? Okay,
Yeah.
I got some. I got a few things I can pull out now.
Now,
Speaking of,
now it would go on. And that
no,
would have been a different. It would have been a different matter if he asked for some New Balance. I was like, okay, cool, you win there, bro.
listen, bro. Everybody different, man. We know that. And we accept that. We appreciate that. But
Bro, I'm going. I'm gonna pull up something, but keep cutting you off. So carry on, bro. I'm gonna just pull up something in a bit.
nah. Actually, I got an unexpected W last night. Shout out to Cam. When I posted this undefeated dunk, which is what I had on feet yesterday. First time on DS, and look what happened to my shoe.
What did you? Oh, grass stain. Grass. You need to
No,
clean that, bro.
no, that's not. Yeah, it's grass in there, but that's stuck, bro. I don't know what I stepped on or stepped in that was sticky, but
Yeah.
I tried to clean it yesterday before we because my nephew is here at the house right now, and we took them out to eat last night. And you can see, it looks like tar. Can you see that little spot right there?
Yeah.
That little black spot, it looked like tar or something. So I stepped on something when we was at that festival yesterday, and now I gotta
Try and clean it.
Now I'm gonna clean it. It's just how much effort am I gonna have to put into trying to get that sticky stuff off? That's gonna be the issue.
That's horrible.
Because that's happened to me before. I can't remember what shoe it was. I stepped in something.
I was gonna say get some soul shields, bro.
No, I'm gonna probably have to use some goof off to get that stuff.
Yeah.
Like goof off. You know what goof off is?
Nah.
So there's this chemical called goof off. It's pretty much you can remove anything from any material. Like you use it to
okay.
You can use it to get rid of glue, you can use it to get rid of paint, just stuff that's not supposed to be removed. Goof off can remove it.
Okay.
But it's so harsh of a chemical. I don't know if I want to use it on the rubber. You know, I never used it on rubber.
Well, try the manual method first of all. If it's very sticky, if it's very sticky, mix some sand in it, because let the kind of sticky surface adhere to something different, and then you can actually kind of scrape it off. It might be the best solution to get that sorted. Yeah. But what I was gonna share with you, bro. I am very, 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 very tempted by these. Something about these.
Yeah, we talked about those a couple of weeks ago.
The only thing that's really putting me off this sneaker at this moment is that back. Is that
we talked about that.
The hoof looking back.
It's real goatish. real goatish on the back, bro. But
yeah, real devilish of a sneaker, bro. But like, this is very tempting me. Like, I've even showed my missus, and she was like, "That's a dope colorway." Colorway, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's not even going." I missed the chance on the retail pair. I didn't really go for it, and I'm like, it's not going for much. It's not going for much, and I can probably source it. I'm so tempted. Something about that khaki. So, bro, I told you, it's those bloody pastel colorways. Something about that salmon, that salmon pink, that khaki, that jade green on it. It's killing that sneaker, and I'm like, yo, that's a dope sneaker. Dope
money. There's money green right there. That's what we call that.
Yeah,
money
100%.
Green. I don't know if y'all money is the same color as ours.
No, ours is plastic. Plastic, fantastic.
Yeah, but that's that money green right there, man. But you didn't have any pickups this week, but I did.
No pickups this week. Well, there's a special pickup which I'm not going to mention because basically it's not a sneaker pickup, and it's a pickup that it's a pickup that I'm going to showcase next Saturday on the Straight to the Toe, because by the time the show comes around, it'll be all up and running. It'll be up and running not to how I want it, because there's modifications I need to do to it to make it even more functional than it is. But bro, it had me looking at other things. It had me going out to all the craft places and looking at another. I can't tell you what it is, but another factor
Another one.
another one that will actually
Another one.
add, because at this moment in time, what I have in hand is going to help me do my customs a bit more than what I did before. But now it's me living up to my ambitions, which I told Cam and I told everybody that I wanna kind of be able to do my own variation of any silhouette of sneaker by just basically manufacturing myself. So I'm leveling up. It's taking slow. It's taking slower than I thought it would, but it's because of the consequences of what's happening around me currently. So that's doesn't matter because I will get there, and when I get there, it's gonna be magical, bro. I'm amping it. And one thing with me is whenever I say something, I do it, and you know me already, bro, because I showed you something yesterday, and I said to you, if I can do it myself, I will.
I think about it periodically, and I just said to myself, I'm not gonna say nothing because he said it. He said he was gonna do it. He said he was gonna get this and get that. So I know he's gonna get it. So I'm gonna just wait. And it was a while. It was at the beginning of the year, maybe the end of last year, where you first started talking about it. And things take time. You know, not everything is instant or
You
overnight.
can't build Rome in you can't build Rome in a day. You can't build Rome in a day.
No.
It takes a while. Perfection takes a while. Learning takes a while. But if you've got the desire and ambition, you can do it. And one thing I've always said to myself is I will not quit. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to progress till my last breath. I'm going to give it 100%, and that's the type of person I am. Because if I don't, I will regret my choices at the end of the day, and I'm not here for regrets. No way. But
Mama mentality, bro.
yeah, exactly. And I had an interesting conversation this week. I actually mentioned it to you yesterday. So my brother reached out to me this week, and my blood brother, that is, my biological brother, and he said, "I'm going to get your opinion on this tonight. And then I'll tell you what how the conversation went." He said his mate, his work colleague, his friend, went in for the Louis Vuitton Air Force Ones, Virgil inspired, that actually came out this week. He's not a sneakerhead. He was gonna pull 2K, resell it for 8K or 10K, and he basically, what we call in the UK, dilly dallied, because he wasn't sure what size to get, what sneaker to get. He went as far as choosing the sneaker and the size, but he didn't pull the trigger because he was not sure what would happen, because he was afraid to spend that 2K. And basically my brother's justification was sneakers are a commodity like stocks, so why wouldn't you? What's your opinion on that, bro?
Depending on who you're talking to, bro. Because clearly your brother is not a sneakerhead, and this friend, co-worker, colleague, person is the bane of the sneakerhead culture, the sneaker, not the sneaker culture, the sneakerhead culture. Because, like I just said, two things can be true, right? So, and we discussed this before. We discussed it with Mr. Miller last week. Also, um, when you enter a culture like this one and others, you can look at stuff like it's a commodity if that's the perspective you have, or the reason why you're entering said culture. That's not why I'm here. I know that's not why you're here. That's not why our group, our guys, straight to the toe, international influence. That's not why we're here. We are sneakerheads. We put our stuff on feet. We build our collections. Our collections contain pairs that we enjoy for whatever reason. We give each other grief. We roast each other. You know, we troll each other, but that's all in good fun, right? When and we have been infiltrated previously,
Yep.
and I think what your brother experienced, being a non sneakerhead, being a non participant in the culture, that that's easy. I've he is the person that's walking into the store and doesn't understand why he can't just buy a shoe because there's a
And
raffle.
and this is where I'm going to elaborate on the question, or actually the discussion I had with him. I kind of got angry, like, and I'm not to a point where I actually kind of like was effing and blinding. I just said to him, if I saw your mate, I'd slap him, because I have no respect for him. But you're allowed to, from anybody is allowed to pick up a sneaker they want. But the fact that he came at me at an angle and said, it's because of you guys that non sneakerheads can't pick up sneakers like Jordans and stuff like that. It's because of you guys that everything's hyped, and it's because of you guys that overinflate the market. And I'm like, no, it's not us. I was just basically saying it's people like your friend that don't know the market, that don't know sneakerheads, that come in and hype up the price of these sneakers by reselling it is the reason why we are in the actual predicament we are. The fact that he even called, sorry, bro, the fact that he even called the sneaker a stock. If you're interested in stock trading, go and stock trade on Nike and Adidas and New Balance and Apple and all of that. Don't
On the
stock on the
company, not
product.
on the product.
Yeah, don't go and stock on the product because you don't know what that product's gonna do. It's like saying I'm gonna go and stock trade on Apple, but I'm gonna buy the new Apple iPhone to resell. There is no resale. They manufacture millions of them. You might as well go and put the money on the stock where you grow exponentially to make sure you get that profit you want. At the end of the day, you're jumping into a market that you don't know.
Hmm. And see, his
Sorry.
his issue is not having the knowledge. For one, because he doesn't participate in the culture, right? He doesn't know the difference between his friend who is now categorized himself as a reseller.
Yep.
A
Yep.
reseller is not necessarily a sneakerhead. Are there sneakerhead resellers? Of course there are. I know plenty of guys that want 10 pairs of whatever this release is, and they're gonna sell 9 of them and keep one, or sell 8 of them and keep two. That's
Yep.
not who that guy is, and that's not who we are. So
No.
him saying that to you, especially saying it to you, and I know that's your brother, so you're you were the easiest outlet for him to get off whatever he wanted to get off. Clearly, whatever his friend said to him made him have that opinion that he shared with you, right?
Of course he does,
And
because
and
basically,
and he's right about the wrong side of it.
yeah.
Get what I'm saying? He's right, but he should have been having that energy for his friend, not for you,
Of
not for
course
me.
you should.
Because in him saying that to you, he's saying the same thing to me. He's saying the same thing to E. He's saying the same thing to Scott.
You,
You
you,
know,
what's really interesting is why I took a why I actually was a bit annoyed with what he was telling me was because I paid resale for sneakers. Scott pays resale for sneakers. E's paid resale for sneakers.
I
Bro,
have
you're
to.
the probably you have too. So I know how hard it is to get sneakers. Yet, let's just call this what let's just say what it is. Right? I said to him at the end of the day, I live this 24/7. You don't know this. You're a visitor. You're even not even a visitor, like you said, bro. You're just touching the surface. You don't know about raffles. You don't know where to maneuver. You don't know how to maneuver. You don't know how to sell a prime sneaker like the Louis Vuitton. Who are you gonna sell it to, bro? Like literally, you don't know anything
StockX.
about what you're getting into. Yeah, but StockX is StockX, right? But like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know anything about this industry. And like, let's just say StockX is not there, and it probably won't be there in the next 5 years, right? Let's just say StockX is not there. What are you going to sell it to? Nobody is going to trust you to give you a Louis Vuitton for 8 grand in hand when you meet up. Bro, you don't know this industry, and you're coming in. If you
You
want to
might
know
get
about it,
robbed.
yeah.
You might
If
get
you want to
robbed.
know about it, Exactly. If you want to know about it, come and talk to me. Let's have an educational breakdown. But don't come at me like you know the culture and the sneaker industry like I do, because you
You don't
don't.
know nothing. You don't know nothing, bro. If you're gonna, if that was the case, that would have been my mindset when I first entered the culture, fully entered the culture. I sat back and I watched because I was interested in it, right? I sat back, I watched, I gained some information. I got a little bit of know-how, enough know-how to be able to start my collection, right? And since then, my knowledge base has grown. My history level has grown. My ability to get my hands on what I want has grown because this is what I fucking do. This is
And
what
and,
I put time and effort into. Ain't
and
no,
this,
bro. Tell your brother. I was about to call him a motherfucker. Tell your brother to go sit outside for 7 hours to get a sneaker. Tell him
yeah,
to do that.
yeah, yeah.
Tell him. I ain't talking
I've,
about,
I've, I've
bro.
done that, bro. I pulled up to queues, waited there for hours to go and pick up. I've done that, bro. I've done it for the Obsidian ones when they first came out. I
Bro,
was in queue and it all went off. It's on my channel, bro. It's on my Instagram channel. It went off. It got rushed, and I was there in the morning, like hours ahead. And I'm lucky enough for sneakers that have actually gifted me a pair. But you know what I'm saying. But that's not the deal. It's the dedication. It's waking up. It's waking up.
bro. I this sneaker, this sneaker was two. It might have been 200 U.S. retail, maybe two
Yeah,
25. I paid damn near $300 for this sneaker because I won a raffle from In Clothing, and I had to pay them duties and that fucking exchange rate because I wanted to have this sneaker in my collection. And all the raffles in the U.S. gave me L's, and N
yeah,
gave me that W. And this shoe ain't going nowhere, bro.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I bought this motherfucker because I want
And
it. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell you're getting really, really frustrated with what I'm saying because
No, bro.
we like
Because
no, no,
listen,
it's
social status penny, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
It ain't been outside, but it's been on foot.
yeah, yeah,
And it's bro, I popped the bag is popped. All right.
yeah,
So it's not DS. My foot has been in it. It's been outside on the porch for on foot because I'm not gonna wear it just yet. But
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
wearing this shoe, bro. I remember I was alive and well and functioning in 1996 when Penny Hardaway dropped this shoe, bro. And social status means something to me. I'm a Meyer. I like what they do. I love the stories they tell and what they represent. So guess what? It's the best of both worlds for me. I get to support James Whitner and the Whitaker Group, and
Bro, we can't hear you. Hold on. So like I'm gonna quickly say that each and every one of those sneakers behind me is an educational lesson. It's a notch on that actual wall to make sure you have got the experience. That's your in the army you get those stripes. Those are your stripes from picking up sneakers. Every one of those is a special pickup. Like we're talking about the LA to Chai, UNC to Chai, Fearless pattern bread that
yeah,
had to reserve it from size. Go and pick it up. Halloween, bro. Every one of those sneakers is with experience. But I'm not gatekeeping. I'm not gatekeeping. I'm gonna say this. I'm not gatekeeping. If you want to know how to maneuver, if you want to know how
You
to
don't
pick
want
up
to know.
sneakers, no, but I'm saying I'm not gate. This is not totally not gatekeeping. This is the frustration. This is my frustration, basically because I'm really annoyed at the fact that he had the audacity to come at me at the angle he did because he doesn't know anything about what I do and everything I do. Right. And bro, my brother's always been like that. I'm gonna be honest. My brother's always been like that. He's always been like a bit of a I know better than you, but you don't. You don't.
He must be your older brother.
No, he's my younger brother. He's always hitting up. He's always hitting up. So he's always like kind of in competition with myself. So that's the way it is, bro. That's the way it is. But like it's frustrating because like you have years and years of experience, and these newbies come along and they think they know more than you do, when in reality they don't. You're new to this. You don't know how to maneuver in this. You don't know how much dedication time it takes to pick up a sneaker. And what Mr. Miller said last week was absolutely spot on. And shout out to the bro, because he said anybody can come into this and spend 1,000 racks to get all the sneakers they want from StockX, but you ain't gonna know the experience of picking up the sneakers for going to the retailers and stuff like that. And this is why I do my TikToks, bro. This is why I showcase people where to get their stuff from, what's sitting in store, because these people don't know.
Right. And again, it's pop. People are gonna do what they feel like is popular. And when the sneaker culture became pop, it we had an influx of people that don't really care. They just want to do and be what's popular.
Yeah,
And that's where that line of thinking kind of stems from, because it's mainstream now. You don't know nothing outside of what you're being given. You're not doing the research. You're not putting in any effort to really understand what's going on. How many sneakerheads do you know and talk to? Is this friend of yours guy a sneakerhead? Obviously not. If he had the excuse me, if he had the funds and did not pull the trigger because he didn't know what size to get, like what are you talking about? Get your size, fool, and put it on your feet. Hell, you talking about?
He has no knowledge of the bell curve. He has no knowledge of of sneaker releases. He has no knowledge of how much the value is going to be. Like I'm not a reseller. I don't claim to be a reseller. I basically bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I go and pick up if I go and pick up like 5, 6, 7, 8 Chicago's this December time or November time or whenever it come out, they're all going out for retail, bro. I'm not gonna resell any of those. I know I'm gonna go for a size 9.5 or 10. Basically go for myself. I'm going, look, bro. I've already got a few people that want that sneaker from me, right? And they want double ups. We're talking about you, probably yourself, bro. Probably me. Probably from E got souls. Probably Ash as well, bro. I've got a list of people that want that sneaker. I'm going in hard, right?
Bro,
And I'm not gonna even charge. And I'm not even going to charge any of these guys that I know are close brothers to me, right? Any resale.
bro,
That's the person I am.
can't nobody ask me about that shoe. That's
Yeah,
the one I have one every year. It's not a plan. It's not a premeditated thought. Every year there's one sneaker at least that there will be no assist unless I get an early W. Sorry, I'm going all the way in on the ones and the twos. Bet nobody asked me, bro.
yeah.
Don't
And
please don't ask me to help you get that Chicago nothing, because the odds of that happening, dog, are slim. And nah, nah, bro, I can't do it, bro. Sorry.
I'm to be honest, bro. Like you know this already. I think I had 4 or 5 pattern bred ones in my pattern bred Jordan ones in my hand. Right, one went to E, one went to me, one went to a couple of other people that wanted it, and I'm like, just pay me. People are surprised when they say to me, "What's the price? Retail plus shipping." I'm like, are you sure? Yeah, but I don't need anything else. I'm good. I'm not, bro. I'm not rich. I just I'm good. I'm just good. I have my ability. I have my 2 hands and my mind and the ability to do what I need to do to get to where I need to get to. I don't need to fork off anybody's purchase. And it feels really, for me, it feels really sad that people have to pay resale anyway, because I know how it feels to pay resale. That's the
Hmm.
difference. And then this is why I was really annoyed at my brother for one and for his mate. You can do what you want to do. That's fine. You can go buy a sneaker. That's fine. Don't come at me telling me it's my fault this, it's my fault that, it's my fault this. Sneakers are a stock. What? Because StockX says so. Get out
He
of here.
he's confusing sneakerhead with reseller. Like I said, you can be both, but he didn't. How can he not know that you aren't both?
Yeah.
It's not it's night and day, bro. It's apples and oranges. It's is
But
is Yeezys and Jordan when we
yeah.
talking about reseller versus sneakerhead slash collector. You
Yeah.
know, even for collectors, bro, like the people that identify with being collectors, they not they're not concerned about what's going on after they get the pair because they got their pair. I got mine. That's all I care about, bro.
Yeah.
If
Yeah. Yeah.
if the resale is high, good. That's more eyes on the prize, right? And I won the prize. So
Yeah.
does that make me feel good when I buy a pair that all of a sudden jumps up in resale price? Yeah, it does because it let me know it validates my taste that that
Oh, okay. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
that
I
you know what I'm saying? I was gonna buy
yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
I wanted that anyway. And especially when it's something that's slept on and then you turn around 6 months later and it's double, triple the price. Yeah, it make you feel good. That don't mean I'm finna sell my pair. I'm finna
No,
wear
no, no,
mine,
no, no.
bro.
No.
You,
You,
you
you,
got it
you know,
fucked
you
up.
know, when I first came into this, just basically picking up sneakers, I've been honest. Like I knew sneakers were around. I didn't couldn't afford them when I was younger. Then I started picking up Timberlands because I was all on the whole like kind of rap vibe, like the whole New York vibe and stuff like that. And then times got hard, situations got hard. I had to do certain things in terms of like leaving where I live with my parents to surviving on myself, and times were hard. It's only the last maybe 6 or 7 years when I've actually kind of got interested back into the sneakers and stuff like that, and then I've actually started learning more, educating myself, and then actually picking up sneakers. And yeah, I've been that. That's my history. That's where I've come from, right? And it gives me more of an appreciation because, bro, to try telling as a kid, try telling your parents that I've just migrated to the UK from East Africa, and they haven't got no money to kind of spend on luxury except for the food and the clothes in your bag. That you want Jordans or you want sneakers, you want the Air Max 90s or you want 95s. No, it doesn't work. You get what you're given as a kid, bro. Like I'm to this day I'm actually regretful the way I sometimes did act with my mum and dad when they couldn't afford things, because it makes me appreciate them more and more now. So and that comes out of respect for what they've done and raised me. But don't come at me to just kind of telling me what I already know and blaming me for like I told him. Non-sneakerheads don't look for Jordans, don't look for Yeezys, don't look. They look for what's in the shops.
They see
It's
them.
simple
They
as
might
that.
they might see them if they're sitting there on the shelf, but that's
Yeah,
not what they're looking for. I've seen the Royalty 12s was the last time actually it happened to me. I went to get Rod's pair. Shout out to Rod. I hit for his size on a raffle because I had already secured mine. And I went in the store, Hibbett Sports, not too far from where I live. And there was a guy in there mad, complaining to the people working in the store about him not being able to. Well, y'all other people buying them. Like, why I can't just buy the shoe? And like, no, sir, it was a raffle. If you didn't win on the raffle, you can't buy the shoe. Well, damn, what? That's some bullshit. Da, 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 da. Like, bro, you don't understand. If you want to know, they'll explain it to you. I'll explain it to you. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But clearly he wasn't. He just wanted to be frustrated. When I first
yeah,
found out about the raffle system, I'm like, okay. When I take a L, do I get upset? Yeah, yeah, because it's something. It's something I want, and I'm not being afforded the opportunity to do it. And
Okay.
hopefully the people that are being afforded the opportunity want the shoes, but we know that's not always the case. That's not our fucking fault, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
I'm
didn't
gonna,
do
I'm
it.
gonna, I'm gonna say, yeah, it's not a fault. We just because we want the sneaker, and it's sometimes hyped. Yeah. When I first started, yeah, the self validation is a massive thing because basically you want to see what other people think about it. You self validation is a very immature, not immature, but very childish thing anyway because you want to
It's
you
vain.
got. Is yeah, it's vain, but like you grow when you grow older, you grow out of it totally. I don't really care what people think about me or what sneakers I wear, what they think. I just do what I need to do, and if I'm happy myself internally, that's fine. But in terms of just the whole perspective, first started talking to other people about sneakers and stuff, I need to enter a raffle. You know what they thought? I was getting a sneaker for free
Nah.
because it was a raffle. No, and then I said no. It's a raffle for the opportunity for me to pay for a sneaker, and they couldn't
See,
understand it.
this is what's confusing because outside of the sneaker culture, you
Raffles means you get
pay
free stuff.
you pay because you pay to enter.
Yeah, yeah,
And the idea of it is we have this we have this $500 thing that we're going to give away to one of 10 people, and we want $100 per entry.
yeah,
So they're gonna give away this $500 thing, but it's already paid for.
yeah, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because
It's the
the people
opposite.
that are entering, once 5 people enter, that thing is being paid for. So
Yeah, yeah,
that other 500 that they're gonna get from the other 5 people goes to whatever charity or business that's holding the raffle.
yeah.
We don't pay
And
to enter sneaker raffles. We enter the raffle to have an opportunity to purchase. I think raffle, the word raffle makes sense for sneaker releases, but it
yeah,
confuses people that are
other
used to
people are.
non-sneaker raffles.
Just to end this, because we're going on for quite long on this subject because
Yeah, yeah.
it was just ranting. It was
It's
just literally
necessary,
us
bro.
ranting. It's
I think it's
necessary,
necessary.
but like I said, we're not trying to gatekeep. We're not trying to like basically say you can't get this, you can't get that. It's frustrating when you see somebody new come in and try and take the opportunity from a culture that we're in tune with, that we know and we love, and that's basically what some people would regard as culture vultures. But unfortunately, it is what it is. And I left it at this with him, and I said to him, "Bro, you're lucky you're talking to me because if you said that to any other sneakerhead,
Nah,
they'll chew you up and spit you out
I
because
light
you
him up
don't
right
know."
now. Send him over here. I light him up.
Because I just said to him, you don't know this world. You don't know the sneaker world. You're just a visitor. You've just opened the door to gaze in and go leave back out. We live this 24/7. When you say we live this 24/7, like bro, we live this 24/7. Every single release we're checking daily. Every single content for the show we do daily. Every single live that we do kind of prep for the actual lives. We invite guests up, bro. We do this 24/7. We
Doing
live this.
reviews, going, just walking in the store on a non-release day just to see what might be sitting, hunting down
Exactly.
pairs for your friends and your family members, being frustrated, way more frustrated than he could have possibly been
Yep.
because
Yep.
his homeboy want to try to be a reseller for a fucking Louis Vuitton Air Force One. That's not a sneakerhead shoe, bro. Like you don't
Yep.
even know that shoe. The average sneaker head is not even in, bro. I saw it. I saw the release. I saw the announcement. I saw when they first put it up on the website before the release happened. I'm in tune with all this shit. I know what the
Yep.
fuck
Yep.
going on. I've been knew how much the shoe cost. As soon as I saw I knew it was gonna be at least a couple thousand. Like we
Yep.
got
Yep. Yep.
we the Dior ones was 23, 2500, 2800 retail. Like, bro, it's a fucking Louis Vuitton Air Force One. You might know what Louis Vuitton is. You don't know what Air Force Ones mean to a certain faction of sneakerheads, right? The Air Force One. Some people only buy Air Force Ones, and they are sneakerheads. You don't have to buy Yeezys. You don't have to buy Jordans. You don't have to buy Air Max. You don't have to buy New Balance. You can be a sneakerhead and only like Air Force One. If I was an Air Force One guy, I would feel like I need that Louis Vuitton Air Force One in my collection, and I probably would have made the appropriate maneuvers to be able to get that pair in my collection. But that's not was important for me when I saw that shoe. When I see that shoe, I think about Virgil.
Yeah, yeah.
When I see that
I
shoe,
also
I think about guys that love Air Force One. I think
You could
about
say the same thing. You could say the same thing with the Cortez. The Cortez is prominent within the LA culture. So in terms of that, there's these sneakers that are very special to culturally, geographically. They are very very important.
yeah.
And if you don't understand that, if you don't understand the basics of that, like
And
somebody's
you telling me, him telling you, because your friend want to try to flip a pair of Louis Vuittons, that it's a sneakerhead's fault. What the fuck are you talking about? You saying two things that don't even go together.
Mhm.
That don't make sense, bro. Man.
And give us a second. We'll be right back.
A few moments later.
All right, cool.
Welcome back to another episode of Sneaker Rants, where we get mad about stuff that we hear about happening in the sneaker culture. I keep
We're
trying.
back. We're back.
I'm about to say community. I keep stopping myself from saying community because of last week's episode.
Oh, what do we call it? Hobbyist. We're the hobbyist here, bro. The hobbyist.
So anyway, enough ranting.
Yeah. Moving on to the next subject we had planned. I know a good rant's a good rant, but basically, we put the line underneath it, and we moved away from it. So, next subject matter is the future of sneakers, which we discussed with Mr. Miller last week. But what is your interpretation for the future of sneakers, bro? Because basically, like we're seeing some of this hype die down. Some of these sneakers just sit. Some of these sneakers just brick, like the term the resellers use, bricking it. But we always pick up bricks because bricks build buildings and they build foundations. So, on that note, what do you think the future of sneakers is, bro?
Honestly, I can't call it, bro. I think it's going to be more of what we're seeing right now. More of what we had in the years past. Um, before the resale boom, I think companies will adjust to the new patterns, the new purchase patterns. I think stock levels may adjust also. I don't think they necessarily should, but I think they will in the interest of not seeing stuff go on sale. But that's not because it'll be new for these companies, but I think they enjoyed. Well, obviously, they enjoyed the resale boom because everything was selling out. So
Relevance, yeah, relevance is a key.
yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of adjustments from people inside the culture as well as the brands. I'm adjusting already. Yeah, it just so happened. I think it's a coincidence that this this dying of the culture, so to speak, coincides with me becoming more picky about what I buy. So
I think that's an economical impact. So basically, when we look at it, it's living is at a higher rate in terms of costs. So that's impacting your pickiness as well. So I have a theory behind this. I agree with you. I think the brands are gonna kind of make sneaker releases, be a bit more reluctant to release sneakers that they know will go on discount. So as a business model, you never want to kind of make sure your sits there and kind of goes on sale because it devalues your range. It kind of brings negative attention because people don't think your brand is relevant anymore, especially with the fashion industry, like especially with sneakers and fashion. If your stuff goes on sale, and this is why Burberry don't put their stuff on sale. They rather burn their stock than put their stuff on sale. That's the difference between Burberry and not knowing the relevance of making sure their actual stock levels don't go on sale. So it's a bad kind of reputation. But as we're seeing at this moment in time, my theory behind it is we won't see as many releases on regular sneakers like Midnight Navy 6s. We won't see releases on the Green Bean 5s as we've seen before. The Citrus 7 took years to kind of release. We won't see as many releases. I think the focus and attention has always been with collaborations. And like if we talk about it at this moment in time, New Balance has got a good collaboration range with Joe Fresh Goods. I think they're doing really, really good things with him. But I'm fearful what Nike's doing with Travis Scott because you can only play that trump card so many times before it becomes it's Travis Scott. So I feel from my perspective, what Nike's doing at this moment in time behind the scenes, which I can't speculate because I don't know, but I have a theory behind it, is finding that next significant designer, that next significant artist, that next significant person that they can say, here you go, take our mantle, take it to the next level. I think this is what is actually happening right this moment in time.
I kind of agree with you because we're seeing it. You know, we're seeing the Nina Chanel Abney, just like we've seen, you know, the Melodies and the J Balvins, you know, people that you wouldn't think would have a sneaker collab, have one. I mean, who thought Travis Scott was gonna get a sneaker?
Yeah.
So that's the current trend in collaborations. Collaborating with boutiques is kind of taking a back seat in a way to doing collaborations with artists, whether it be a music artist, an entertainer, such as such as Jimmy Fallon, with Mischief, you know, such as J Balvin with Jordan. You know, it's so tricky, bro, and I think it's unstable right now.
It's very very unstable, and this is why I feel like New Balance is doing what Kanye did in 2015 onwards. They're punching, and they're not drawing blood yet, which Kanye did. They are getting close, very close, bro.
I think
So
they're there because people that love New Balance love New Balance. They will always love New Balance.
I don't know, and it's gonna be the regular sneakerheads, no, the regular people that actually went in and kind of went on the NMD phase, that whole Ultra Boost phase, the Boost phase, that now are paying the attention and turning their heads to New Balance, and it's like the grass is dry enough for the catalyst to light that fire. That's where we're at the moment. It's not lit yet, but it's getting there. If I'm looking at a New Balance, bro, it's getting there. That let's just say that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, everybody's got different tastes, man. I mean, I like a lot of stuff that I won't buy, and the casual consumer, like your brother or his friend, that just walk in the store because they need a pair of shoes, they're gonna be able to get their hands on some stuff that they wouldn't have been able to touch,
Yep.
you know, a couple years ago, and that's a good thing. That may or may not introduce somebody to the sneaker culture. um, and I just hope that everybody's intentions stay pure. And when I mean everybody, I mean the brands, the storefronts, the boutiques, and also the people in the culture. I hope that everybody stays true to what it should be. And that's wishful thinking. Like we do a lot of pie in the sky on here. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I feel like
The strategies is a good topic because basically when you really break it down, those strategies go into influencing our purchases in the future. And when we talk about strategies, I'm a very future thinking person. I look at trends. I look at what might happen in the future, and then I say, okay, this might happen. So at this moment in time, however much Nike don't want to admit it, they need another Kanye to come along somehow, some way. They are looking for the
We got
next
Travis.
Virgil. Yeah, they got Travis, but I don't think Travis has the same impact Kanye had. Not at this moment in time. Not at this moment in time. Let's just put the caveat to it. Not at this moment in time, but it could be. I God rest his soul, Virgil as well. They're looking. I think they're looking for the next designer to take that kind of step, to take that level, to actually say, yeah, that's
But
the person we need.
in my opinion, Virgil, people like Virgil don't come a dime a dozen. Like
Exactly,
they
exactly.
come. Virgil is a one in a million. He is a Michael Jordan. He's
Yeah,
a Mike Tyson. He's a Prince. He's a Kendrick Lamar. He's a special a Muhammad Ali. He's a generational talent
yeah,
that
exactly. But it's not going to stop the brands for looking for somebody that could change and take the culture forward. So at this moment in time, everything's stagnant. I'm going to be honest, the only collaboration that's doing really well over the last couple of years is the Amma Manir collaboration. That to me, the boutique collaboration with Amma Manir is doing numbers. I'm talking about when you're looking at sneaker releases, all their sneaker releases have been on point, bro. You talk from the ones to the threes to the twos that have been all on point. And we're expecting some fours, we're expecting some 12s. I'm not too sure about the 12s, but the fours look like they could be a dope thing. They're the only boutique I know. Like Union, LA Union have done their thing, but obviously the Cortez. And let's just be honest, the Cortez is a very unique sneaker. The Cortez is not hyped, and this is why we saw it seeing the Cortez sit in some places. But Union is another thing. But it's almost like Nike's just cast the net to see what hits and see what they catch and see what is popular and see what sells. And that's what it feels like to me. This is why we're seeing all these collaborations. At one point, Fragment was really popular. Sakai was very popular, but then that's been oversaturated with their releases. I feel like this is what Nike's doing at this moment in time. And behind the scenes, if we haven't seen it, or some of these new artists come through, or some of these new designers come through, that's what they're doing, giving the opportunities to the people to showcase their work. And obviously, if something hits, then it's a hit.
I think Fragment is along with I'm on my year. They give enough space. This year we got the twos. We just got the ones at the end of last year, and toward the end of this year we're supposed to get 12s, possibly fours, maybe
We're
early
gonna get
next
two
year.
12s, by the way. Two 12s.
Yeah,
There's supposed to be a white
black and
variation and
white.
black variation. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like both of those. The white
Yeah.
ones I like a little bit more than the black ones,
Yeah, yeah.
but I think and they're starting to push out more frequently. I think that's not a good thing.
Yep.
Because
Oversaturation of the market is not a good thing. We're like, sorry to cut you off, bro, but I'm just going reflecting back to what we discussed before we actually started the podcast, which was why did the NMD range, why did the Ultra Boost range, why did the Adidas range kind of die out over 2 years? Because they oversaturated the market. And when you oversaturate the market, the commodity becomes less special. When there's too much commodity, it becomes less special, and
but
that's
we
what we've seen.
but we're talking about hype.
Yeah, yeah.
That hype don't count, bro. I'm I have to I maintain that mindset because I don't let hype drive me. If I like NMDs, I'm gonna buy NMDs until I don't want to buy any more NMDs.
Yeah.
We can't let hype determine what's good or not. Now, and I know that's not what you was getting at. You're not saying that the NMD is a bad shoe or nobody should buy them. I saw a guy wearing a pair of NMDs Friday night, and I had never seen him before because
Yeah.
I'm not an NMD guy. But they looked like they were probably worth some money. They looked like they were probably hyped when they released. But I didn't pay attention to that because I'm not a Adidas guy. I recognize the NMD for what it is, Pharrell and Human Race and what they've done with that silhouette, and I respect it. But we can't, bro. I hate. I really really hate how hype drives people to say things and do things that make. Bro, I don't care. I like the Union twos, bro. I didn't like the Union fours. I don't care who don't like
Yeah.
what I like. It don't
Yeah.
make no
Yeah.
difference. If I want it,
But
I'm gonna
this,
go for it.
and this is what we always say: is the individual choices matter, because basically, if everybody like the same thing, we won't be talking about subject matters like this, because it's unique, and it's always great to see different people like different things, because it brings something new to the table and some new conversations to the table. But for me personally, like I feel like the oversaturation, even with hype, the oversaturation with hype. Look, bro, if they released another Travis Scott one low next month, and then another one the month after, and then another one the month after, and there's pictures of a Travis Scott reverse, like a reverse marker, but the underlays are black and the overlays are white. Bro, how many? We've already seen 3 different variations of the Travis Scott low. How many more is he going to release before we're like, okay, enough is enough? Because
I don't. I don't really care about it as long as people that like Jordan One Low OGs like them and want them.
yeah, exactly.
And I know it's $150 sneaker at retail, and it's anywhere from 12 to 1500 resale, right? I don't
Yep.
care. The black and brown, the first Travis Scott Jordan One Low, I really really don't like that shoe, bro.
Yep. Yep.
I really really don't like that shoe. I didn't try for it because I didn't like it. I didn't try for
Yep.
the highs
And,
because
so,
I
and
don't like it.
some people would call you silly for doing that. Some
I
people
don't
would call
care
you
what they
silly,
think.
but
They would say because they would say that because bro, it don't matter if you can flip it. That I get it, right? I get it. Opportunity presented itself. You take the opportunity. A lot of people do that. That's where the resale pop came from. People being opportunistic because they see I can pay $100 for this and sell it to somebody else for 300.
and
Okay.
that's going back to what we discussed with that whole situation with when my brother reached out to me. He's like, oh well, it's silly because you could make 3 times the amount, but sometimes it's you don't need it. You don't need to do it.
So he's making our point for us. You
Yeah,
can't blame us. Blame the people that think the way you are thinking about it. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like no,
exactly.
not everybody has the same train of thought. And
Yeah,
yeah, it does sound stupid. It sounds stupid to me when I say it because it's like if you got the chance, yeah, if I could get it right now for retail and somebody offered me $1,000 for it, give me the $1,000, you can take this shoe that I wasn't gonna wear anyway. But I'm as a purist, trying to maintain my purist mindset and my purist spirit, it goes against what I believe in. So I'd rather not do it. That's character.
yeah.
That's to me, that's what I stand on. And as
I
long as I can honestly feel like that, I ain't talking about trying to help somebody that asked me for it. I'll do that. If I don't want it, that's easy. I'll
yeah.
try for you. Okay. But I'm not bro. This
I've
is never ending. This is never
Yeah.
ending struggle.
Just to bottom out that discussion that we had, what the future of sneakers is. I think the future at the moment is what we're expecting to see in the next year or so is Nike doing the utmost to keep above the competition, to keep moving forwards, to keep literally finding new innovations, new designs. We're going to see the Air Max Scorpion come out. I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting used to it more and more. The more I see it, I want to see the black variation more than the white variation. But there's loads of the court, like there's a new
Tinker,
Cortez coming
the
out.
court. Oh no no no. I know what you're talking about. The Sakai Cortez.
Yeah, the Sakai Cortez looks dope. Like I like that Sakai Cortez. The colors look dope. It kind of takes a bit more to the original than the Union Cortezes. And I like, yes, I feel Nike are constantly in a battle to keep ahead of the competition because they don't want to see what happened in 2015 to 2018 happen again. And I think that's what they're doing to maintain that precedence. And the other brands are basically doing what they're doing, and trying to push the boundaries, but kind of catch up with Nike. I don't know what Yeezy's going to be doing. One thing I'm going to say is shout out to Kanye West. Like for me, he's not had a collaboration on that Yeezy at all. Nor has Pharrell. So shout out to both of
Yeah,
them.
human race.
Yeah, and also shout out to saying what he's going to do is give everybody the sneaker that they want and make their range of readily available, which he's actually providing because the resale on slides is dropping, but everybody wants a slide because they're comfortable. And you know what it is? You know what that whole thing is? And if
Not
you, like, I know you
everybody.
don't.
Not wait,
No,
wait, wait, wait. Not everybody wants a slide because they're
no.
comfortable. A lot of people want the slides because they hype. Let's
Oh
let's
yeah,
not let's not
I,
do that.
and I think it's quite interesting when you mention that because yes, the Yeezy slides were hype. The Yeezy slides were really hyped up before when they released because everybody wanted it because it was a Yeezy, blah blah blah. But now what people are finding is when the hype's gone, the product is still great. Like I'm talking, it's probably the Yeezy slide is probably one of the most comfortable sliders out there.
Yeah.
And when like I'm just talking of the fundamentals. I know you're not very advocate of for Yeezy and
No,
Adidas,
that's
but
fine. That's I ain't got no problem with.
the Yeezy slide, the product is basically doing what it says on the tin, which is the most comfortable slide you can get out there at this moment in time. I know there's loads of more slides and loads more variations of foam runners, type of foam runners or runners coming that actually pretend to be a slide. They let's just put the proof in the pudding and see how they are because at this moment in time everybody's trying to catch up to Yeezy with these slides and foam runners. So it'll be interesting times, but like when the hype's done, the product is still great, and this is why slides still sell out. And that's a detriment to what Kanye has done with Adidas and giving them the product that they really want. Like even if you don't like 350s, even if you don't like 700s, some people prefer 700s, some people prefer 350s. They're still great silhouettes and sneakers for people that want to pick them up. And it's never gonna be an NMD, bro. It's never gonna be a situation where it's an NMD, it's a prime knit sneaker. Nobody really wants it because they're all sitting and ready available. And we've seen 700 sit, so we've seen some 700 sit. I've seen 350 sit in the store like the other day, but they still sell out. There's still some demand on them because of the product, and I think that's a very good marketing tactic. Bring the hype, make the product really good, and then once the hype's dead, people still want to pick it up.
Yeah, I can do with less releases, but I still want to have regular releases.
Yeah,
Maybe if they pull back to one a month, two a month, that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
But they can't. They're a machine. The machine has to function.
The clogs have to keep ticking, bro.
Yeah, again, them gears ain't gonna stop turning. So I mean,
So so
they'll adjust, and it'll be what it is.
so I just thought of this at this moment in time as we're speaking. It feels like old tech versus new tech when you talk about Jordans versus New Balance, Yeezy, anything that Adidas are coming out with that's new and innovative. So when you think about it, like Jordans are sneakers that were made since 1985 onwards to like 2000s, and we're talking about 20-year-old tech. There's no prototypes or protos of the new variations, which you try to do with the 30 plus range because 30 was all the new ranges are actually taking some like little snippets of the old OG sneakers. But right this moment in time, like a Jordan 5 or Jordan 1 or Jordan 3 or Jordan 4 are going against new tech. We're talking about Ultra Boost. We're talking about the New Balance, Joe Fresh Goods. So we're talking about new tech versus old tech here. And old tech is still winning. New tech is catching up. and that's the difference at the moment.
I don't really have an opinion on that. Innovation is inevitable. Um, Nike and Adidas and New Balance, like all the brands, they have to strive to continue to innovate and progress and bring new things to the table and improve on old things. Which
Yeah,
sometimes you'll see it. You know, it may not be highlighted or talked about, but not every five is the same. Not every 12 is the same.
yeah,
Not
yeah, yeah.
every one. We got Zoom ones, we got Zoom Comfort ones.
And let's be honest, the Zoom Comfort ones, the Zoom's Comfort ones are supposed to be the prototype of the Jordan 1. They were supposed to, like, the technology on that's supposed to make it more comfortable, but like they fumbled the bag. I'm gonna be honest, they fumbled the bag. They fumbled the bag.
I, you can say that, but it's just a variation because when we talk about the high OG Zoom, it's a still a variation, but it looks more like what we're used to.
And
So
that's
I
what it
think,
is.
in my opinion, they should do more of that. Um, I don't think anybody would be mad with Jordan ones being more comfortable, whether it's the actual midsole, the air unit, or the insole that's changed. As long as it looks how we want it to look, we'll be cool with this. I love them Zen Green Jordan 1 High OG Comfort, or
Yeah,
not Comfort, but Zooms. I do
yeah,
have a pair of the Comfort ones also, but it's the aesthetics. I
yeah,
bought the
yeah.
colorway that I bought because is I got the chili red, which is red, black, and yellow because I'm a Hawks
Mhm, mhm.
fan. You know, I bought it because of the colorway, and I like the shoe. Don't get me wrong, but am I gonna wear it as much as I wear my other ones? Nah.
Yeah, definitely. So if the next 5 years, the next 2 to 5 years is going to be very interesting. I think that this whole flux with sneakers and life equality and improvement of our economical climate is going to be difficult. So on that perspective, let's see what happens in the next 2 to 3 years, and that's going to dictate what's going to happen in the next 10 years. I
Yeah,
think personally.
economics gonna have a lot to do with it for sure.
Yeah, look, if life gets more harder for people to live, we won't be picking up the same sneakers. You won't be picking up 20 plus pairs per year. You'll be picking up half that amount. So
We'll see.
okay, cool. On the next subject, bro, because I know you're desperate. You're on the horns. You're actually riding that bull to actually tell me this next news.
Wait. What you talking about?
You've been trying to get this information to me like for quite a while now. It's like in terms of I want to discuss this. You're not very impressed by this either. So shall I share the screen, bro?
Yeah, please, because we, I always say, as much as we agree, when we disagree, it's like night and day, bro. I don't. I'm not mad at
We,
this.
we're
I'm
talking
not
about
mad at this.
we're talking about the Mischief collaboration with Jimmy Fallon and their actual Mischief Gob Stomper sneaker.
I can't. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
I'm gonna. This came to me when I actually kept seeing it. This is like a Puma Creeper.
I can't get jiggy with this shit, bro. They keep they keep doing this shit, dog. Like what? I get it. Okay, the name of your brand is Mischief, but when is it going to be the name of your brand versus how you go about shit? Bro. Stop biting people's stuff, man.
Okay, so if
But
nobody's seen the
it's working for them though.
if nobody's seen a Puma Creeper, this is what I'm talking about because this is if you're listening to this, basically I would say go and switch on to our YouTube channels. But this is what Puma Creeper looks like, and
Bro, it's
I think this kind of takes some references to the Puma Creeper, but the uppers have different kind of paneling systems to them, but the actual sole looks like that.
So they trying to be a little smarter about it, right?
Yeah,
Trying to
and
be
when
less obvious about the biting, which
exactly,
it happens, right? And it may seem like I'm being hard on Mischief, but we hard on Margella, we hard on Amiri, we hard on everybody that does this.
yeah. So when you look at the front
And
toe, it's got
they
that
keep
Puma
getting
Creeper kind
these
of look.
celebrity endorsements, and is bringing attention to the person, which I can understand. That's why they doing it. But
Yeah,
bro,
so it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting that they've done the wavy baby with Tiger,
Tiger,
and because basically Tiger's was basically not saying falling off, but he was becoming a bit irrelevant to what he was doing. So they kind of gave him wavy baby.
he wasn't as mainstream as he was a couple years ago,
Yeah,
and that
exactly.
happens. That happens sometimes. But if he, I mean, if Tiger feel like this is what he need to do, this is what he want to do, okay.
Yeah,
My problem ain't with him. My problem really ain't with Mischief. My problem is the brands outside of the independent brands that are able to get away with this stuff
yeah.
from
I think from a customization perspective, this is quite unique. I like
Don't give me that,
what
bro.
I
Don't give me that, bro. I ain't buying that.
I kind of like that you can actually smash the shit out of it and make it look like that.
How long is it gonna take for that to happen if you don't do
No,
it yourself?
somebody's physically done that with an instrument
Exactly,
of a blunt instrument.
bro.
It's just
I
saying.
got the Chinese New Year Jordan 5 look. I'm not cutting up my stuff. That's that's a preference thing, right? That's a personal thing. I don't like it. I don't rock with it. I don't hate it, but
Bro, I'm gonna say Mischief are doing what they do best with their name, and then it's being mischievous with this, and
they're
it's
gonna
still
keep getting in
selling.
trouble.
Yeah, bro, I think that's their whole prerogative is to get in trouble. They keep getting in trouble because they means there's attention on the brand, and if you keep getting in trouble, but you keep being relevant, you keep, you know what it almost is like. It's against the machine. That whole perspective of we are against the
You believe
machine.
that?
No, I don't believe that, but I'm just saying
What
that
you,
they're using that.
what you talking about, bro? Skip. Come on, Skip. Skip. Don't do that. Don't do that, Skip. Like,
No,
bro,
bro, but they're using that. They're using that. Like they're using artists and they're going against Nike. They're going against any other brand that they actually do collaboration with. Because the last two ones they've done with last three, not the Nas
fans.
X sneaker. You know what's really interesting is Mischief did the Christ sneaker, and then they never got attention. They did the Devil sneaker. It got way more attention.
Because it
They're
was
doing the
bad.
Croc.
And see,
Yeah, yeah,
that's the difference, bro. Mischief strikes me as whoever is in control of what's going on over there strikes me as the any publicity is good publicity type of person.
yeah.
Nike,
I agree with that with more
Nike said,
than
hell no. Y'all want to do a Jesus sneaker, a holy water sneaker? Great. People love Jesus. There's a lot of Christian people that buy Nike shoes. So yes, let's go with that. We'll support that. We're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna post it. We're not gonna sponsor it, but we ain't got no problem with it. You
yeah.
start doing
But
some devil shit? No, 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 no. And yeah, sure, cult leaders and devil worshippers, they probably buy Nike too. But Nike ain't trying to cater to them. Nike ain't trying to. I don't know how many devil worshipping stockholders Nike got. You know what I'm saying? Versus Christian stockholders that can actually make a difference in the company. You know, but
exactly.
hey,
But what I'm gonna say is, I believe the narrative that any good news is any good or bad news is bringing attention to the brand, and I think that's what Mischief do best. But what I feel like they're trying to indicate is we're going against the machine, which I don't think is true. but they're doing it against Nike. They're doing it against Vans. They're doing it against Nike more. They're doing it against the Puma Creeper now. It basically feels like they in their narrative, in their sub narrative. What if I'm saying it? I see the sub narrative. Their sub narrative is we're going against the machine. Follow us, like
I
us.
don't.
But it's. I don't think that's true. Personally, I don't think that's true for what they want to do. I think the sub narrative, if it comes with it, like, okay, cool, that's fine. That's because we'll take that. We'll take a win because basically we're here for the little people, and that's what it's kind of coming across with
I
their.
don't think. I don't think
'Cause-
they're doing it to rebel, bro. I think they're doing it for attention. That's
No, I'm 100% with you, bro. I'm 100% with you, but they don't mind that the fact that it's coming across
Clearly.
that they're fighting the big brands is helpful. It's helpful to them because if we're talking about if I bring this up and some other people bring this up and they say, oh, your Mischief are good because they're helping the smaller people, they're going against the big. They don't mind that. They will not mind that because any news is good news, bro. Any news for them is bringing relevance to the brand.
Shout out to the people that believe in them. Um, Shout out to them for continuing to push their agenda. I don't hate Mischief. I'm not going to tell anybody not to um support them if that's what they want to do. It's not for me, bro. I
Yeah,
don't I
yeah, yeah.
don't I don't like I don't like any of the silhouettes that they've done. I'm not a 97 guy, even though I'm a Nike guy. I'm not a 97 guy, so I did rock with the 97s. Um, the Vans, the Wavy Baby fake Vans. Like I'm not a Tiger fan. I'm
Yo,
not a Vans guy, and I'm definitely not rocking with this.
bro, I want to see the lawsuits from that Wavy Baby for all the people that broke in that. For all the people that broke your ankles in that Wavy Baby. I need to see the receipts for the lawsuits, bro. Because
Yo,
if you broke your ankle wearing that Wavy Baby, that's
I
something to
will.
see, bro.
I want to see somebody. I want to see somebody skating that shit. I see people skating Vans all the time. I want to see somebody skating in that Wavy Baby and see what happens.
Oh,
Because I can see somebody skate and see this will make sense for a skater because you're taking so many spills and you scuffing your stuff up and whatnot. Hopefully, it's comfortable enough to be sustainable for a skater. If I see a skater wearing these and beating them up and they end up exposing some of the different colors and stuff, yeah, that's fine if that's what you like. But
But,
I'm good on
but,
that.
the fact that they took the Gobstomper, which is a suite that actually does the same thing and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers
No, the
and layers and
concept
layers.
the concept makes sense. The concept
Yeah,
makes
the
sense for sure.
concept makes sense. But I wanna I'm gonna say with the Wavy Baby Vans, um, Wavy Baby like Mischief missed out on a whole new spectrum. You basically created a sneaker that you can't skate in. You should design a skateboard that you can skate with this Wavy Baby. So come on guys, do your research, do your thing,
That
make more products. I'm helping you out, guys.
would be a novelty.
unintentionally,
That would be a
I'm
novelty
helping
item,
you out.
bro. That's a novelty item, bro.
Can you
Imagine they made a skate deck. That's way.
yo
That's
yo
novelty, bro.
bro? The advert would have been, you got a Wavy Baby sneaker. Now you can get the Wavy Baby skateboard. Flits in, slots in, and you won't fall off. Wavy Baby style.
You gonna fall. You will fall. Anyway,
All right, cool.
yeah.
Next up. Okay, cool. What is next, bro? What is next?
What is next?
Next we are, but let's just do some facts. Let's do some facts and myth busting because we haven't done that in a long while. So myth busters. Let's pull up some receipts. Hold on. Actually, before we do that, I pre-shot the actual pre-shot. I pre-shot and missed. So before we do that,
Don't do it, bro. I know what you want to do. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm just gonna say I'm pre-shot and missed. But by the way, if you guys didn't know, Air Jordan 5s are our favorite silhouettes, and next year in January we will be seeing the Aqua Air Jordan 5. What do you think, bro? what's your opinion? First thoughts. If it comes like that, because that's an actual what do you call it?
Mock-up.
A mock-up. Yeah.
If it come out like that, I'm down. Um, do I need another black Jordan 5? No. Will I buy another black Jordan 5? Yes.
and that's what we call being a shoe dog. But what I was gonna say was also I know what the next subject matter was because I did kind of write this down before us to discuss. But one of the things I was going to say was there's something really rife. There's something really rife with sneakers, people producing mock-ups and people producing iterations to kind of like influence people to say this is what's coming out, this is the mock-up, and then it subjectively gets us into the mood like, oh yeah, I like that, I want that, and it doesn't come out the way it does, and it kind of deters us from the sneaker itself. So we've seen that over the last couple of years. We've seen that with the fours. We've seen that with the Union fours. We've seen that a lot, and this is one of the reasons why you prefer the mock-ups for the Union fours than you do with the mock-ups or the real sneakers for the Union fours. So on that subject, I know you wanted to bring this up. What's your thoughts on it, bro?
I'm sick
Because
of
like
I'm sick of mock-ups right now.
because at this moment in time, that aqua 4, that whole upper black might be aqua instead.
Yeah, the whole shoe might be awkward instead of just accents on the shoe, man. We don't know. And listen, I'm the people that get access to this information, the Z sneaker heads and the sneaker files and the soul retrievers, they do the best they can, right? And I appreciate them for what they're trying to accomplish. But rarely, very rarely is what they show us what we get.
Okay, now you say that, but now how do you feel about when people start showing fakes on their sneakers? How do you feel about people showing stuff like this when obviously it's not real?
Bro, if
Nobody's seen official pictures, bro.
I listen, and let's backtrack.
We're actually talking
We
about an MM Year 4 that nobody's actually seen pictures on. And the only reason why we've seen the MM Year 12s is because somebody actually wore it.
no, James Whitner himself wore the
wore it.
shoe on the Complex Sneaker podcast. Um, we we have to backtrack to what we were talking about earlier, okay? And we've seen this happen before. We've seen mock-ups come out and the replica factories go straight into making it based on the pictures that get put out. So in saying I appreciate what Z sneakerheads and soul retrievers and sneaker files do,
Yeah.
this is the result. When
The
they
consequences of the game.
when they put out these mock-ups, they get made and people get tricked and people end up paying a lot of money for stuff that's not legit.
Yeah, because everybody like the unfortunate matter of social media is everybody wants to be the first to showcase it, and the consequences is you might showcase. And bro, we're not even talking about small people. We're talking about big influencers. People in the UK have showcased sneakers that are absolutely fake and not realized it. And we're talking about concepts, mock-ups, all of that stuff. And when you talk about that you need to do your due diligence to actually showcase, and you need to put a caveat that this might not be real, because at the moment in time, everybody thinks that is real. That's what they're expecting, and especially like I can. There's a difference between a Photoshop mock-up when like shout out to Z Sneakers, shout out to everybody that does that, because you're using the color coding of your system to say when you see a box, it says varsity red, white, sail black. you're basically, that gives you an indication of potentially what the overlays might look like. With Varsity Vid might be the overlays, Sail might be the underlays, the black might be the tick. So you produce a mock-up with your best interest at heart because you see the other boxes. So that I can understand. I respect that. But when you try and get a fake sneaker in hand and showcase that's coming, this is what's coming out, I can't get down with that, bro, because you're deluding yourself and you're deluding the public that you're showcasing that sneaker with. And on that note, bro, this is what actually came out. The Gorge Greens were showcased this week. Right now, look at the back paneling, the back angle of that sneaker. You can't tell me. You can't tell me that sneaker is legit, bro.
It's supposed to look. It's supposed to be an hourglass shape, but that shit look like a thigh muscle, bro.
Exactly.
You look how fat and square that is.
That is not real.
Instead of an hourglass, it's like an oval shape.
Yep.
And I said this to you yesterday, right? When I was looking at those pictures, it looks good enough for somebody to get away. Somebody has those on feet today, and they're getting away with telling people that may not care as much, or people that don't pay enough attention. Yo, I got these and blah blah blah. I had to pay this much for them, and now you paid $140 for them. You got them from overseas at one of the rep dealers, because you can. They're just as easily accessible as going to Nike.com or Adidas.com.
And when we talk about the hourglass shape, this is a VNDS, and that VNDS is better than what we're seeing. That hourglass shape needs to be there. It needs to have the divots there to show it goes out to in to out. That's how it is, unless you lace it up, which is laced up. You pull the upper back in. But those Gorge Greens,
it still got the shape.
Yeah, exactly. So the Gorge Greens, those are circulating on every single platform, every single influencer's platform. I looked at the uppers, I looked at the lateral medial side, something looked off, looked at the back. Yeah, that's fake. Yeah. But we're told that's the first pictures.
I ain't rolling with that, bro. I wait. I've learned over the years.
Yeah.
Over the years of being a part of the sneaker game, I've learned to wait. Seeing early pictures are exciting. Yes, that's why they get so much attention.
We live for that. We live for that.
We want to see it. We want to see it. We want to know what's coming months and months in advance, so we can try to prepare ourselves and decide what we're gonna cop, what we're not gonna cop. But I've learned to wait for official pictures. I'll see a mock-up and I'll go, yeah, that's dope. That's cool. If it come out like that, I'll buy that. But then when the official pictures come out, we was just talking about the desert elephant. That shoe, according to the mock-up, ain't supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be like a brown, black cement. And essentially it kind of is, but it don't look like the mock-up.
So, but yeah, that's my thoughts, and that's your thoughts on mock-ups and people that jump the gun. And by the way, you know what? Red card to you guys. Like not mock-ups. I'm not worried about mock-ups. I'm just talking about anybody that gets a UA and showcases it as a real, without doing your due diligence and making sure that's real. Like, yeah, that's a red card. You're basically buying into the hype, buying in that there's people out there expecting to see official pictures. You want to be the first one, but sometimes being the first one isn't the right one.
Nope. So that's the first person that got the death penalty.
Exactly. Great analogy, bro. Great analogy. On that note, we're going back to what we started, Mythbusters. So Mythbusters. So I've got this week. Reebok. Is Reebok the British word that means dance? What do you reckon, bro? Is
You
it a
tell
myth?
me, because we speak the same language.
We're Reeboking. No. So it's
Go
a
to the
myth
club
because
at
basically,
Reebok.
yeah, it's Reebok is not a word for dance in the British in language. So what I'm gonna say is what I basically it's a myth. It's a fiction. It's a myth, and what it is because basically the popularity of Reebok freestyle back in the 80s dictated that, but Reebok is actually African Dutch spelling of Reebok, which is Rhebok. And typically an African because it's based on an African antelope or a gazelle. So, and that's where Reebok comes from. That's the name Reebok where it comes from. But basically, because of breakdancing back in the future, back in the 80s, everybody thought Reebok actually meant dance, which is a fact, which is not a fact, which is a fiction. Sorry. But also, did you know? By the way, a fact for the day. Did you know that Reebok wasn't sold in the US until 1979?
That don't mean nothing for me.
I thought I'll tell you. I thought I'll tell you a simple fact to go with that actual equation. But the fact for the day, um, the fact for the day is waffle makes the best soul. So basically, we know Bill Bowman loves to experiment, and he did the waffle sneaker, right?
Mm,
We all know that, yeah.
yeah.
And there's nothing that basically so. Bill Bowman's wife was making waffles, and he decided it was a good thing to make the rubber out of it and to use the iron waffle and actually ruined the iron waffle, but basically made the actual soul out of the actual waffle maker. So basically, to this day, the moon shoe is worth nearly $500,000. The original sneaker. So yeah, waffles makes the best soles, bro. Waffles makes the best soles. So
Waffle,
that's the
yeah,
fact of the day.
waffle irons. That would be the old school waffle iron though, because
Yeah,
waffle
yeah.
irons nowadays don't have that same pattern. And I don't know if Nike, maybe Nike was able to buy that patent for that pattern or something like that, if it was
And
available or when
basically
it was
exclude it.
available. But that's classic, bro. Like you can look at the bottom of most Air Max and see some semblance of that waffle. So that's legendary. That story, um, I've always loved that story. Like the guy actually said, you know what, this pattern might work, and he
Yeah,
took his wife's waffle maker and started pouring rubber in. Like, bro, can you imagine the argument that took place the next time she wanted waffles? bro, bro, why? Where is my waffle maker?
yeah.
Why are
Oh,
you pouring rubber in my waffle maker?
you're ruining my waffle maker. And oh, but by the way, I think Nike have got the original waffle maker as well somewhere in the museum, the Nike museum somewhere. So
They need to go
that's
ahead.
great.
They need to go ahead and expand, bro. Supreme need to start making waffle irons. And we need,
Get the Bill Bauman waffle iron
and
from
we need,
Supreme.
we also need a Supreme Nike waffle OG.
Oh, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Shout, that's a great shout. That's a great shout.
I want to see that.
But also, I'm gonna give you a little simple fact as well. Something that people probably don't know. You know, Adidas and Puma are related.
Yeah, they beefing. They from what I hear, legend has it that Adidas was ran by two brothers that beefed with each other, and one of them said, "You know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna go start my own company," and that's where Puma came from.
Okay, cool. So, let me just bring up that fact for the day.
That's off the top of the head, like just from what I remember from hearing the story of
So
people.
I'm gonna I knew Puma, Adidas and Puma are related, but I'm gonna give you what this says because this is probably more factual. Basically, they called it ADIDASA. That's what they had an extra A, and what we know was founded by Adolf Dassler. Puma was founded by his brother Rudolf. His brother and basically they were working closely together for the Grubrud Dassler factory. The conflict between the brothers resulted in the company falling apart. Since 1948, AD continued to be working on his own, which is basically with Adidas, which soon took the shape of Adidas. At some time, Rudolph gave life to a new brand, which he called Ruder, which is now known as Puma.
So they split before Adidas, Adidas. I'm about to say it like you. They split before Adidas.
So it was called Adidasa before. I'm actually saying it's Adidasa. So it's called Adidasa before. They're working in the same factory. Obviously, there's a conflict of interest and they had an argument. And Adi basically continued working in the shop, and it resulted in becoming called Adidas. And obviously, his brother Rudolph basically made Ruder, which became Puma. So that's an interesting fact.
Rumor also has it that they were supporters of the Nazi Party.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me, bro.
Yeah, I mean, back then there was a lot going on. So
yeah, we're talking about the 1940s, 1930s, and 40s. So I wouldn't be surprised. But the times mature, people evolve, and obviously we can't hold them by that. And that's one thing. Yeah, but that's one thing I don't. That's one thing I don't like is your past. Your past, basically, what you did in the past shouldn't reflect on your evolution in the future. So it's people that keep taking shots at you because of what you did in the past, be it good or be it bad. If you made an amends and you're showing you made an amends and you become a better character for it, anybody throwing stones in your past, that's ridiculous. Don't keep dragging people back into the past. It's done. It's dusted. It's over. You've evolved. So leave it there.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be interested in finding out though how much truth there is to that. But
maybe next.
I don't buy either brand anyway. So.
Yeah. Maybe next week we'll talk about British Knights.
We'll see. Anyway, I heard some things about them too. It's a lot to be known to be found out about a lot of these companies, and not all the time we get the truth. So it's always good to be able to clear up some of the rumors and whatnot.
Yep. Exactly. Is it that time, bro? Is it? Do we need to take anybody to court today?
When resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
When the back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
order in the court.
The sneaker court of public
Guilty.
opinion.
We're back. We've only got one court case, unless you've got anything extra today.
Nah, I think this case is serious enough to take up the full docket for the day. Okay. And we're gonna burn down the house.
Every week you got something different, bro. Every week you got something different.
We're gonna burn down the house of hype. We're gonna burn down all the foolishness that's going on out here, and we have to keep taking these people to court every week. It's gonna be something every week that we need to burn to the ground, all right? And that's what we here to do on the sneaker court of public opinion.
So I'm gonna take today on the sneaker court of public opinion. I'm going to take the public opinion on not a lot of majority people, but inside yourselves, you probably feel it. I'm going to take every sneakerhead to court.
What? Wait, hold on.
I'm taking every sneakerhead to court.
Me?
All of us.
Take me to court?
All of us to court, bro. Even myself. So on the reason why I'm doing this, because basically I feel like we get subjectively pigeonholed into what the brands want us to do, and some sneakers are better than others, and I feel like basically what's happening at this moment in time is you will jump when the companies tell you to jump. You will spend hours on your phone just to make sure you got a notification. Time is money. Your money ain't well spent at this moment in time. There is a lot of us basically buying into the companies, buying into any company. We're not talking about a specific company here. We're talking about any company that's basically telling you, do this, do that, watch this, watch that. Especially with Yeezy Day coming, especially with Sneakers Day coming, especially with the fact that I got caught up in this last year and spent my whole day on the damn sneakers app, getting nothing but just lives and shit. So I am guilty for that, and you should be guilty too, because basically, what I'm saying is, don't buy into that hype. Don't buy into that, democracy of, yo, listen to us, do this, do that. Because at the end of the day, you're just a statistic. You're just a dollar. You're just a purchase. You're just a transaction. Do what you need to do for yourself, guys. And that is an honest statement, because out here, a lot of people are affected by what's currently happening with this guy, with that guy, with this thing, with that thing. Are they going to drop a sneaker? When is the next EA? When is that? When is this? When is that? And all of you guys are suffering from emotional damage, because that's what it is, guys. At this moment in time, you are suffering with the fact that when you can't get that release, it's mentally affecting you. Disassociate yourself with something that's luxury. Disassociate yourself with something that's not supposed to. If it's not supposed to be, it's not going to happen. Because at the end of the day, you're hyping yourself up for failure. And I've been guilty of it in the past. I'm sure Q, you've been guilty of it in the past. Because I know when I first started picking up sneakers, if I didn't get the win, I was distraught. It would affect my day. It's not supposed to be like that, guys. It's not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to carry on with your day, have a good day, physically, mentally, whatever it is. You're not supposed to be jumping 10 foot into the air for somebody telling you that you need to post this, or you need to do that, or you need to kind of wait for this EA, or this sneaker's this limited, or what we're going to do because it's so limited. No, it's not that important, guys. It doesn't matter what it is. Just make sure you keep yourself in a situation where you are good mentally, because it is affecting a lot of people out here. Like I've disassociated myself with releases like that. This is why one of the main reasons why I detest hype. I'm honestly gonna admit it. I detest hype. I don't like it. I admittedly don't like it, because, and this is why sometimes I don't go for sneakers that are hyped up, because I don't need that aggro, bro. I don't, and I've seen people. We know people that actually don't want that aggro and actually pay that pre-sale, even though it might be thousands of pounds. They pay that pre-sale because they don't want the aggro, but the only downside to that is you paying for a commodity of getting that sneaker early, and unfortunately, that sneaker might just never reach the hype you paid for. So it's difficult, but be a bit more caring of yourselves, guys, because this is a serious matter. Like, it's funny enough, we're wearing a wig. I've got a gavel. You got lighter. You got my face mask on, bro. But this is a serious matter. If it's affecting you emotionally, maybe you need to step away and take yourself out of the equation and get yourself fixed mentally first before you even approach the market. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing, bro. I'm being honest here. I'm really being honest. No transaction, no sneaker is worth your mental health. 100%.
So we are in a sneaker space. So it applies because of what we're relating it to. But I don't think these things are exclusive at all. These things, we see these things happen all the time on the road with road rage.
Yeah.
People get shot, people get stabbed, people get into physical altercations. We see these type of things happen over PlayStations and Xboxes.
Yeah.
We've seen these things happen over multiple things that are considered commodities. And going back to the original the first conversation on the podcast, we get vilified for certain things, and that's across the board.
Mm-hmm.
These things happen daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, for as long as I can remember. There's always going to be some outrage about something that a person can't get that they want, or something that a person can't do that they want to do. And mental health plays a part in our daily lives when you're dealing with people, when people go out to spend their money and they want certain services rendered,
Yeah.
and it ends up being a bad situation. So we got to try to avoid these things at all costs, bro.
Avoid your
That's why,
triggers.
yeah, that's why I don't. When I do line up, I don't talk that much.
Hmm.
Um, when I when I see these situations about to happen, I step away from it because
You,
I'm in
you,
a service
you,
industry and I have to deal with customers all the time. I don't argue with people. I don't like to argue. If we're having a debate about something that we have a common interest in, that's fine. But I'm not finna argue with you, bro. Because I don't want to
I,
go home and bring that energy to my wife.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want to go to work and bring that energy to my coworkers or my bosses. I don't want to come home and bring that energy to my nephews or my nieces or my friends. Nah. So it's, and you're right, it's not that serious. We
it's not that
put the
serious.
emphasis we put the emphasis on it because these are things that we enjoy.
Yeah,
And when you
and
attach
and
happiness, when you attach happiness to something that you can attain, when you can't get it, of course you're gonna be sad. Of course you're gonna be
it's
angry.
it's a drug. Simply put, it becomes your drug. It becomes your feeder. You don't, if it's for pure enjoyment, it shouldn't be that. Like, you don't need to have the new best thing. You don't need to have the new hypest thing. You can wait. You Every week we see a release. It might not be what you want. It might be like last week we saw the Louis Vuitton Air Force Ones and the Travis Scott reverse mocha lows, right? But we saw that. I saw the confusion in the community. I saw everything that went on. I saw everything. I'm talking everything, right? That's unacceptable. You know what? You have grown people out here getting on their hands and knees to beg for a release. That should not be happening. It's not that serious, guys. You don't need to have the latest new thing. Just do what me and Q have been doing recently or last year. Go and get the stuff you didn't get for the previous releases. Go back in time and get the heat that you want. There's a difference between heat and hype. You can have the best heat, but it doesn't need to be like the most expensive thing in the world.
Yeah.
So like he is not dictated by hype at all. So I'm fearful for your mental health, guys. I respect every sneakerhead out here. And I love the fact that everybody loves sneakers that are in this circle space. But it's not that serious for you to kind of be on your like, be honest with yourself. How many times are you on your phone continuously waiting for an update, waiting for a notification, waiting for Sneakers App to give you a notification, waiting for Adidas Confirmed to say you got 30 minutes left to get yourself a Yeezy? You are constantly on your phone waiting for that notification when you could be out there enjoying life a bit more. Your
Yeah.
time is worth your time is worth more than anything, and especially sneakers, guys. I'm not telling you to not to love sneakers. Go love sneakers, but it's become if it becomes an addiction and a mental issue, then you need to really look at yourselves and think this is not healthy. Seriously, 100%. This is not healthy, and this is the way I maneuver because I've learned from my past endeavors, and I've learned not to be like that, and I learned not to act like that because it's happen. You go through a phase, but then you learn it's not that serious, guys. It's not that serious. We're wearing a sneaker from 2015, 16, 17, and rocking it and loving it. That's what it should be about. Passion, the passion for wearing a silhouette that you love. It should not be about what the best new thing is. That's childish mentality.
So
So on that note, go.
what's the verdict?
On that note, for every sneakerhead out, including myself and including Q, because we're putting into that bracket, we're all guilty of that. So yes, look after yourselves, guys. That's the most important thing. This is more of a serious subject.
And so, being that we're all guilty of this, I'm going to recommend anger management counseling for all of us.
That's a good
We
point.
have
That's a good point.
we're gonna suspend this guilty verdict until all of us complete 5 to 10 hours of anger management counseling.
But yeah,
L.
but
It's not even L. It's not even anger management. It's L management. I'm recommending L management counseling for every sneakerhead in the sneaker community, especially for the bros that support us and we support them. Y'all know who y'all are. I ain't gonna say y'all names because I'm gonna forget somebody like I do every time I get ready to do shout outs for the bros. So
yo, and
L management classes beginning now.
and you can sign up on Q's page with www.808kicksATO.helpyourself and don't lose your rage.com.
Nah, y'all gonna be sitting in class with me. 'Cause I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna be in there in the front. My name is 808 Kicks, and I'm a sneaker junkie.
When resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
When the back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
Order in the court.
the sneaker court of public
Guilty.
opinion.
Yeah,
So
man.
I believe that's the end of the show. That was quite a productive show. We talked about a couple of good things there.
Bro, I'm you really got me considering L sneaker L counseling right now.
Really? Well, you know what? We got
Because
two.
I
We got two functions. We got two functions. We got another. We except for sneaker court, we have we got something else that we're developing, which is we're not going to talk about. But yes, sneaker
it's
L.
gonna always be something else, bro. It's never gonna stop, bro. It's gonna always be something else, bro. So
Because we're
yes,
like this. Because we're bad like this.
yo,
You know
L
what it is. It's the passion. It's the passion for development and involvement. So this is why we do this. So
L
it is what it is.
management counseling, bro. L management counseling. We
And Q's
all
copy
need
written it.
we all need L management counseling, bro. Straight up. Whether it's done by whoever it's done by, as long as this person is of the culture and they understand what it's like to take these L's and they have found meaningful functioning ways to avoid the downward spiral from catching so many L's every month, every year. I'm with it, bro, and I
Oh,
support that.
I can understand as a person that keeps you look. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I do understand taking L after L after L after L. You might not think that with my repertoire of copying sneakers that I don't know what an L feels like. Of course I do. I've been there and done that. I've worn the t-shirt. I ripped it off and thrown it in the bin and burnt it. Right. So I've been there. Right.
Really?
I know about it. I know about taking L after L after L. I was new when I was new to this. That's happening. I've evolved. I've moved. I've maneuvered. I know how to and I know what to. And this is why I help other people too. And that's the difference, bro.
Yeah.
And this is why you see me pick up sneakers more for other people than I do for myself. Because somebody like E who lives in East Africa, or somebody like asks me, like, bro, like I'm gonna after this show, I'm gonna go and drop some cobblestone Air Max ones 9.5, which aren't available in store or not available online, but I managed to go to the store, ask the person, and they gave me 9.5, and I'm gonna drop them to them. This is me helping other people not get that L because I know how it feels to take an L. So this is not about good karma. This is not about anything. This is not about yo. I can get you a sneak. No, it's not about that. It's helping other people because I know how it feels.
Yeah. And L's come fast and furious. I ain't neither one of us got bots or we ain't nobody plug. I don't know nobody at none of these These
And
places
we're not Van Diesel or The Rock here, bro. Either.
nah, nah, nah. I am from Atlanta, but I was not the guy trying to break in the back of my ear. So
That's what he says.
I take I take my L's. I've never had a physical reaction to taking L's because of I feel like my life experience. I've taken so many L's in life
Yeah.
that I've learned to not project that energy out in a negative way. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel good. I'm not happy for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Maybe I'll need a drink or a smoke to calm myself down. Or maybe I have to go to something else. I have to come in my room and look at what I do have and appreciate that versus being pissed about what
Yeah.
I don't have.
I did say something quite funny in my sneaker news just today, and it was, I know the LV drop happened and the reverse muckle ones happened, and I know one was a myth and the other one was super limited, but don't worry, right? Just go and hug your favorite sneaker, and the pain will go
Yeah.
away.
Yes.
Like, and that's truthful. Like, that's a true. There's so much truth in that. Just value what you have, than rather what you missed out on. Because sometimes what you don't value that you have, you miss out on. And that's basically the realistic terms of life: is live for the now, but also live for the future as well.
Exactly. And on that note, I think we can get out of here, bro.
I know it's been a very short episode this week, bro. What are we gonna do?
It's cool, bro. I got stuff to do. Don't worry about that. I got a busy rest of my day
Yeah.
spending time with my wife. So that's what I'm gonna focus on. And like I said, my nephew's here. They want to do a couple things. Actually, one of them or both of them might be trying to get in the studio. We'll see if I'll let that
Oh,
happen.
future artists in the making. Future artists in the making. That's
We'll
beautiful.
see. We'll see.
Well, and
Man,
by the way, and shout out to yo King Rod, your bro, your
bro,
spokesman.
wait a
He's been
minute.
wearing his
Wait,
sneakers.
wait,
He's
wait,
been
wait.
wearing his sneakers, bro.
Wait. We cannot. I'm sorry. I was about to end it prematurely. I have to do this, bro. I have to do this. I have to do this, bro. Shout out to my brother, my little brother. He Rod has been busting out with the bus out. I mean,
Is that
putting
some
the
smoke
fist,
rays on his feet? Yeah.
the smoke gray ones. He putting the fits together. Like my brother coming with. Look at this guy.
He's evolving. He's got the
Look at
Colombians
this
up.
guy.
He's evolving.
Look at this guy, bro. The suit, the white, the suit short. I mean, hey man, shout out to King
And
Rod,
and
bro.
and,
It's a
and that's
beautiful
what
thing, bro. It's a
and that's
beautiful
what
thing.
Yeah, that's what I like. He's got some denim sixes on as well. Now that's what I like to see, bro. Keep doing your thing. Don't be afraid to put those sneakers on your feet, because by the time you don't, and a couple of years down the line, they will disintegrate. So
Yes,
yeah,
sir. They sure
yep,
no
yep,
will.
yep. And on that note, bro, like, do you want to call us down, bro? Because you always do it best than me on the show.
So, for the bro TJ and for myself and all the bros from Straight to the Toe and International Influence, we all hope that y'all have a great day, a great month, a great year, and hopefully everybody can get their hands on whatever pairs of sneakers that they want because we all deserve to get the sneakers that we like. All right?
Exactly, bro. And
Shoot
on
Dog
that note,
Podcast, episode 27.
peace out, guys. Peace out.